Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the Friday wins from the Revenue Ronin in Startup Circle. We're going to cut through all that daily noise and talk about mastering actual business fundamentals instead of, constantly chasing the next shiny new fad. Because let's be real, your true edge isn't having the newest, flashiest tech stack. It's relentless, everyday execution. So, let's break down how that actually works in the real world.
Okay, let's dive into this. $1 million. Yep, that's a number that should absolutely wake us all up. According to the source material, that is the staggering opportunity cost Justin calculated for stepping away from personal branding and email list building about 15 years ago. I mean, just imagine leaving a cool million on the table simply because you took your foot off the gas on the basics of owning your audience. It's a massive, tangible reminder of exactly what happens when we neglect long-term relationships for short-term tasks.
But hey, let's flip that coin. Just this week, a massive compensation opportunity. We're talking anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million landed right on Justin's desk. And the best part? It required a literally zero resume. Zero. It was generated purely through 2 videos and a sharp LinkedIn profile. This right here is undeniable proof that a focused personal brand doesn't just get you virtual high fives and likes. It actually converts into life-changing financial opportunities.
And when you get those fundamentals right, the math totally works in your favor. The data shows that you can hit a jaw-dropping 90% close rate when your prospects are fully qualified. So what does fully qualified actually mean? It means they've got the budget, you're talking to the actual decision makers, you deeply understand their pain points, and you've got the right offer. When those 4 pillars align, bam, the sale is almost a guaranteed natural conclusion. So what does this all mean? It brings us to a really provocative question that we need to ponder. If massive offers are landing from simple videos and close rates can hit 90% with proper qualification, what is the real edge in business today? Is it some secret algorithm, a hidden marketing hack? How do we actually bridge the gap between struggling for leads and seeing these massive, repeatable results?
Section 1. Executing the boring fundamentals.
Finding our edge really requires a major mindset shift, and we have to start with the elephant in the room. AI does not replace the fundamentals. Seriously, you can have the most advanced, fully automated tech stack on the planet, but acquiring customers, retaining them, owning your distribution, and protecting your margins, those are the things that still decide who wins. AI is amazing, it accelerates output, but it absolutely cannot fix a fundamentally broken business model.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why modern service models like fractional models are just crushing it right now. The traditional way is selling 40 to 60 hours of your time, but the winning way, that's selling outcomes. Think about it, clients don't actually want to pay for your hours. They need the right 10 to 20 hours that produce the exact result they're looking for. By focusing on outcomes, you protect your margin and you deliver way higher value without completely burning yourself out. So to keep all of this on track, the community relies on something called the C's framework. Think of this as your ultimate diagnostic checklist. It builds up from care and commit at the foundation, flowing right through community, context, communications, content creation, consistency, all the way down to conversion, cash, and clarity. If your business is stalling, you don't need to panic. You just need to run down this list and ask yourself, which C am I currently failing to execute? Section 2. Frameworks for unstoppable growth.
Now, what's really interesting here is moving from theory to actual practice, and that starts with a 90-day sprint. This is a dedicated 3-month execution cycle. The rule here is beautifully simple. If you execute consistently for 90 days and you don't see more money in your bank account, something in your system is broken. It means your revenue is flat because either your messaging is off, your creative isn't landing, your closing process is weak, or your core offer is just flawed. You stop, you diagnose it, and you fix it. Underpinning these sprints is a super strict, no excuses mindset known as reasons versus results. Inside this community, there's no such thing as failure language. There's no losing. There's literally only winning or learning. If you miss a target, you don't offer reasons, you treat that setback purely as actionable data to refine your next sprint. You either have the results or you have the reasons why you don't. You gotta choose results. And this disciplined approach extends to your overhead too, through a quarterly MarTech audit. Seriously, ask yourself, are you getting full utilization out of your software subscriptions? If the answer is no, downgrade immediately. Fancy systems should never outpace your actual business. The source outlines a super clear order of operations here. Upgrade your people first, then your processes, and only then upgrade your systems to support them. Let's look at a micro story of how this patience and process plays out in reality. The source highlights a San Diego hair care campaign spanning 8 different brands. For the first 5 months, it was pure relationship building. No asks, just building trust.
Then, in month 6, that incredible patience yielded 10 massive influencer posts in a single month, driving a phenomenal 20% sales lift. Fundamentals take time, but man, the compound interest is massive.
Section 3. Real wins from the community.
Now, it's one thing to talk about frameworks. It's another to see everyday founders in the startup circle practically applying them with massive success. Let's look at this momentum. Ben took a 30-minute coaching call and instantly turned it into restructured pricing tiers. Kaveh, he grew his investor network to over 300 people in under 3 weeks and batched 6 long-form podcasts in a single day. VM publicly launched a tool and instantly generated a 70-person waitlist. These are just relatable, real-world examples of founders turning off the noise and turning on the execution.
But hey, here's a vital contrast to all that intense hustle. The source also highlights Christelle, who gave herself some much-needed grace during a heavy week. She skipped the gym, skipped the office, and leaned entirely into rest. It is so crucial to understand that taking a breath and avoiding burnout isn't a weakness. It's actually a highly valid and necessary strategy to sustain your execution over the long haul.
And that ties perfectly into this truth. Everyone is on their own path. The source mentions community members like Roger, an Eagle Scout dropping wisdom from Australia, and Earns, who simply keeps showing up. Consistently showing up, sharing your unique context, and realizing you absolutely don't have to be on anyone else's timeline is exactly how you build genuine resonance with your audience.
Section 4. Building your ultimate legacy. All of this execution, all of these frameworks, they really aren't just about making a quick buck. They're part of a deeply philosophical long-term vision. Want proof of that? Take a look at the community's track record. They've hosted 6:45 a.m. Pacific live spaces every single weekday for nearly 2 years, taking only 1 week off. That is raw, undeniable proof of consistency. They're executing a 5-year mission one morning at a time, proving that legacy is built in the dark, early hours.
And all of this leads to what they call the canonical sign-off. 4 deeply introspective questions about the end of our lives that center everything they do. First, did I live? Did you actually step into the arena, take real risks, and experience the fullness of the life you were given, or did you just exist on autopilot?
Did I love? Beyond the revenue, the profit margins, and the fancy tech stacks, did you pour genuine care and commitment into your community, your clients, and your family?
Did I matter? When you look back at the businesses you built and the products you shipped, did they actually solve real problems? Did your presence leave a meaningful mark on your industry and the people around you? And finally, did I make a difference? This connects your daily business success directly back to human impact. It reminds us that acquiring customers and protecting margins are really just the fuel required to create a lasting, positive difference in the world. I want to leave you with this really powerful mandate straight from the source material. Build that mind, build that body, build that business, build that bank account, but most importantly, build that legacy. I really hope this explainer has shown you why it's time to stop chasing fads and start executing on the fundamentals. Stay healthy, stay hungry, and stay humble. So the question is, what will you do today to start building your legacy?